Anyway, this is a breaking news. We are aware that the EFCC has arrested the Kirikiri boss and doctor who aided $1 million deal from police. Now, what is this is all about? Well, I don't know. You must have been in the know of a young guy who is serving a 24-year jail term. And in custody, he's been able to do another fraud. He actually is in jail for fraud, but now even in jail, he's been able to participate in another fraud that has reaching up to $1 million. However, the doctor, because I'll give it out to you now in details now. Now the prison boss, Kirikiri prison boss, has been arrested by the EFCC, and also a doctor has been picked up. Now the Economic and Financial Crime Commission has arrested the head of Kirikiri prison, Emmanuel Oluwani, deputy controller, and another top official of the Nigerian Correctional Service, Edison Edwin, for aiding a convicted fraudster to transact several business deals worth over $1 million from inside prison. This is terrible. This is terrible. I mean, come to think of it, the guy is in jail. He's serving a jail term of 24 years, and is being able to transact fraudulent transaction. So he had access to telephones, he had access to everything. He had access to laptops, he had access to the internet. He was living large, even in prison. Money. The two top officials, according to spokesman for the EFCC, Mr. Wilson Owujeri, were arrested on Monday for helping a convict, who is serving a 24-year jail term, to escape from the prison and be lodged at the police hospital, also in Lagos, under the pretext of being healed, and using that excuse to freely transact numerous deals and attend social functions in town. We've heard about these things happening, having, high profile people. When I say high profile, I don't just mean people that are well known. I just mean people who are influential when it comes to having money. We've heard about things like this, that they will be in prison and yet they will not actually be in prison. They are being helped out, in the evening, they take them back they go to their homes, they attend functions, they go to parties, they go to clubs. We do not know. Now we've heard about these things, but somehow, because we did not have facts. But now look at this. So what happens is that these convicts just pay the prison people, just give them so XYZ amount of money, and they just allow them to move around freely. And so all through the 24 years, they are free. They are actually free. And that's the case of this man. The statement made available to our news online on Tuesday said that while Emmanuel Oluwani is the controller of Kirikiri maximum prison, Hemsin Edwin is in charge of the medical facility, who gave the convict the referral letter that enabled him to get out of the prison as a patient in need of urgent medical attention at the police hospital, where he was not sick in the first place. And that's why you have a doctor that has been arrested. He's a doctor that has been arrested. ONIF gathered that the two men had already given the EFCC described as useful information to the commission about their alleged involvement in the crime. It will be recalled that Aroke, also known as H-Money, has masterminded a mega scam to the tune of over $1 million. Over $1 million scam. He committed the alleged crime from prison using a network of accomplices. Aroke was one of the two Malaysia-based Nigerian undergraduate fraudster arrested by the EFCC towards the end of 2012 at the 1004 Housing Estate, Victoria Island, Lagos, following a tip-off. Oroke, who hails from Okene in Kogi State, had claimed to be a student of computer science at Kuala Lumpur Metropolitan University, Malaysia. However, investigation by the commission reviewed Oroke as the arrowhead of an intricate web of an internet fraud scheme that traverses 2 continents. When Oroke was arrested, a search conducted by the Efcc operatives on his apartment led to the recovery of several items such as laptops, iPad, traveling documents, checkbooks, flash drives, internet modem, and 3 exotic cars: a Mercedes-Benz Jeep, 1 Formatic Benz Jeep, a Range Rover Sports SUV. He was eventually convicted by Justice Latifa Okuno of the Lagos State High Court in Kejain on 2 counts of obtaining money by false pretense, check cloning, wire transfer, and forgery. He was sentenced to 12 years imprisonment on each of the 2 counts, or two counts rather, and that's why he was serving a 24-year jail term. Now, the recent development is that the EFCC has picked them up again, picked up the prison boss, which is the Kirikiri prison boss, and also picked up the doctor who gave a false referral letter for this convict to be moved out of. I do not just understand why when somebody just has money, he can jump, he can just jump the line. Because he has access to money, he can just jump the line. He can manipulate even people who are supposed to be in charge of correctional homes, as it has now been described. It's now been described. What's the whole place turning into? What's the whole place turning into? What's your opinion on this development of H Money, living large even when he's in prison? I know you have something to say. This is serious matters.